Cek 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 tes 1 2 3 tes cek 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 1 cek tes 1 2 3 tes cek tes 1 2 3 cek
Tes 1 2 cek 1 2 3 dicoba tes 1 tes 1 2 3
cek cek iya
Cek 1 2 1. Oke, Bapak Ibu, kita sebentar lagi ada asisten 3 ya. Kemudian Ibu Dirjen karena ada perjalanan, dia yang awal sambutan. Jadi saya minta Bapak Ibu untuk memenuhi dulu yang depan-depan biar dipotonya bagus, tidak bolong-bolong. Silakan panitia penyambutan tamu, kalau ada tamu siapapun ya, tolong diarahkan tempat duduknya, jangan milih sendiri. Kalau milih sendiri kita sudah tahu ya, pasti ngambil belakang. Ya, panitia, dengar ya panitia, nanti diarahkan. Apalagi kalau ada tamu, asisten 3 dan yang lain, suruh ke depan sini.
cek
Pak Somad, sudah siap Pak Somad? Tidur.
Bapak dan Ibu yang kami hormati, yang masih berada di luar, kami persilakan untuk dapat masuk ke dalam ruangan, karena acara akan segera kita mulai. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, kita akan menyambut kedatangan Asisten 3 Bidang Administrasi dan Umum Setda Provinsi Sumatera Selatan. Kami mohon kesediaannya untuk dapat berdiri. Selamat datang Bapak, kami ucapkan. Bapak Kurniawan APMSI selaku Asisten 3 Bidang Administrasi dan Umum Setda Provinsi Sumatera Selatan. Selamat datang Bapak di perempatan Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang. Silakan duduk Bapak di tempat yang telah kami sediakan. Hadirin yang kami hormati, langsung dari Ballroom Dezuri Hotel Palembang, Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang mempersembahkan Konferensi Internasional kedua ICoHSST tahun 2023 Marilah kita sambut pembawa acara kita, Heri dan Mizi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera bagi kita bersama dan salam sehat. Dan selamat datang kami ucapkan Bapak Ibu di Ballroom Hotel De Zuri Palembang, Sumatera Selatan, Indonesia. Dalam acara pembukaan konferensi internasional kedua tentang kesehatan, ilmu sosial dan teknologi ICoHSST tahun 2023.
Excellency, distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We are delighted to welcome you to the Zuri Hotel Ballroom, Palembang, South Sumatra, Indonesia, for the opening ceremony of the second International Conference on Health, Social Science and Technology, ICoHSST 2023. I'm Siti Nur Aziza Tuzuro MPD.
And I am Heri Kiswanto. It's a great honor for us to be standing here and welcoming all of you to the second International Conference on Health, Social Science and Technology, ICoHSST 2023. Yang terhormat, Direktur Jenderal Tenaga Kesehatan Kementerian Kesehatan, Ibu Dr. Gigi Arianti Anaya MKM, yang kami hormati Pejabat Gubernur Provinsi Sumatera Selatan atau yang mewakili, yang kami hormati Asisten 3 Bidang Administrasi dan Umum Setda Provinsi Sumatera Selatan, Bapak Kurniawan AP MSI, yang kami hormati Direktur Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang, Bapak Muhammad Taswin SSI APT MMMkes, Wakil Direktur 1, 2, dan 3 Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang, serta jajarannya.
The honorable keynote speakers, Mrs. Maria Isabelita Bel C. Rogedo, Vice President of the World Federation of Critical Care Nurses from Philippines. The Honorable Associate Professor Jinjuta Kaitsena Dallas, Burapa University, Thailand. The Honorable Mrs. Dr. Amna Javed, HOD Department of Nutrition and Dietetics, the University of Faisalabad from Pakistan. The Honorable Mr. Assistant Professor Dr. Theo Clark Suen, Head of School Traditional and Complementary Medicine, Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, Malaysia, UCSI from Malaysia. The Honorable Mr. Dr. Abhishek Joshi, BAMS, MD PhD, Co-founder, Vaidya Ayurveda USA from India.
The honorable invited speakers, Dr. Ira Kusumawati SKP MKes MPH, Dr. Mulyadi SKP MKep, Dr. Erwin Ediansyah SKM MSc, Dr. Esti Sri Anandingsi SKM MKes, Dr. Faiza Yuniarti SPD MKM, Dr. Nurul Salasani Lawati SE SGZ MSI, Dr. Oktariana SST MKes.
The Honorable Reviewer, the Honorable Dr. Susanna Eskap and Eskap Nurse MKep, the Honorable Dr. Sri Yulia SKP MKep, the Honorable Insinyur Ari Siswanto MCRP PhD, the Honorable Bapak Dian Ade Biango NSST MBiomed, the Honorable Ibu Eva Oktaviani Eskap Nurse MKep SPKep, the Honorable Zamna, Bapak Zamna Idian RN MNC PhD Can from Taiwan.
The honorable lecturers, presenters, and participants of the second International Conference on Health, Social Science, and Technology ICoHSST 2023. Tanggai Dance is a traditional dance performance from Palembang, South Sumatra. Usually, this dance must be performed by an odd number of members. The Tanggai dance depicts the hospitality and respect of the people of Palembang for the presence of the guests. This dance also implies a meaning of welcome from the host to their guests.
One of the dancers will carry a tepa containing battle chalk, which is a symbol of honor, while the guest of honor was given a wedding as a symbol that the people of Palembang We are ready to welcome them as a guest.
Hadirin, sebagai bentuk hormat kami kepada tamu undangan, terimalah persembahan dari UKM Tari Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang dengan tari Tanggai.
Berikan aplaus yang meriah untuk UKM Tari Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang.
Hadirin yang kami hormati, agar diberkahi dan dilancarkan kegiatan kita pada hari ini sampai esok hari oleh Allah Subhanahu wa taala Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, marilah kita berdoa bersama yang akan dipimpin oleh Bapak Dr. Mulyadi SKPM Kep. Kami persilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, let us bow our head for a moment. Pray to God Allah Subhanahu wa taala that our international conference can be precious to all of us. I will lead this prayer based on Islam. Choose you are not Muslim, you are please pray your belief. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Hamdan syakirin, hamdan naimin, hamdan yu'afini wa yukafi majidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi likal karimi wa azimi sultani. Allahumma shalli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi sayyidina Muhammad. Oh Allah, today Wednesday, November 22, 2023, in this beautiful place, we gathered here to bring about second international conference on health, social sciences, and technology. The theme is optimizing integrated health services of a better quality of life. Make this international conference as use beautiful sciences assembly as a medium of sharing useful idea, knowledge, and experience of scholars, researchers, and students of various disciplines. May the conference we organize today benefit to our life, broaden our knowledge, shine our of idea, and lead to us to be successful, productive person, which in turn will boost dignity of our institution and our nation. Oh Allah, guide and bless our heart and our mind with the light of your guidance. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activity. Help to us to speak our mind clearly. Help us to listen each other, respect each other, love each other, so that we are include the blessed person. Ya Allah, bimbing dan berkati hati dan pikiran kami. Berikan hikmah-Mu dalam aktivitas kami. Bantu kami mengutarakan pikiran kami dengan jelas. Bantu kami untuk saling mendengarkan, saling menghormati, sehingga kita termasuk ke dalam orang-orang yang beriman. Oh Allah, You are the one can fulfill of our doa. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alaina innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaitana wa hab lana min ladunka rahmatan innaka antal wahhab. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa sallallahu mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Singing the national anthem, Indonesia Raya, all audiences are kindly requested to stand up.
Hadirin kami persilakan duduk kembali. Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang merupakan salah satu perguruan tinggi kesehatan yang memiliki 7 jurusan dan 17 program studi. Untuk memperkenalkan Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang, marilah kita saksikan bersama profil Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang.
Health Polytechnic of Ministry of Health Palembang is one of the health educational institution that has 7 majors and 17 study programs. Please welcome the profile of Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang. Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang, or better known as Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang, it is the largest health college in South Sumatra. Established in 2001 based on the decree of the Ministry of Health and Social Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia number 298/MKS/4/2001 on April 16, 2001. Addressed at General Sudirman Street, kilometer 3.5, number 1365, Muhammad Hussein Hospital Complex, Palembang. Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang has a vision to become a superior and dignified health higher educational institution at the national level in 2024. This vision is aligned with the mission and objectives, namely organizing quality higher education through Dharma activities by cultivating ethical and moral values in accordance with developments in science and technology, carrying out the institutional governance through the use of information technology, increasing partnerships for development institutions. Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang currently has 7 major and 17 study programs: nursing, nutrition, midwifery, pharmacy, dental health, medical laboratory technology, and environmental health. 4 study programs located in the Regency cities, namely Lubuk Linggau, Batu Raja, Muara Enim, and Lahat. Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang has a total of 185 lecturers with 175 master qualification, 10 lecturers with doctoral qualification, 41 teaching staff, and 2,860 students. Implementing the Dharma of higher education, lecturers of Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang have published their research results in international journals with few one. Lecturers of Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang have also innovation in their research, including hypnotherapy, to support the teaching and learning process. Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang has complete facilities, complete and advanced educational laboratory, language laboratory, computer laboratory, libraries, and high-speed free Wi-Fi connection. Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang has dormitory for students, institutions that have accredited B, certified WWK, public services, e-aspiration, risk management, PUI, and KEPK. Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang has completed the construction of the pharmacy building in 2023. Now the construction of an integrated education service building is still continuing. Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang developed AMS, Academic Management System, an integrated application including academic, financial, staffing, and student affairs as well, to make it easier for students to transact tuition
payments through banking applications. Health Ministry of Health Palembang has CBD Center, which is used for competency tests for CPNS recruitment and student admission. Innovation after innovation is able to bring Health Ministry of Health Palembang to get achievement at the national level and get a number of awards, including outstanding lecturers, outstanding students, outstanding staff. Health Ministry of Health Palembang plays an active role in research and community service and collaborates with government and private sector to upgrade capacity of the lecturer and staff. Health Ministry of Health Palembang conducts about 25 workshops every day.
Beri aplaus yang meriah Bapak dan Ibu untuk Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang.
Arahan sekaligus membuka secara resmi konferensi internasional ICoHSST kedua oleh Direktur Jenderal Tenaga Kesehatan Kementerian Kesehatan. Kepada yang terhormat Ibu Dr. Gigi Ariyanti Anaya MKM, dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya. Greeting to all of us, to the Honor Director of Poltekkes Kementerian Kesehatan Palembang, guest speaker from Indonesia and also from the overseas committee participant, and ladies and gentlemen. First, let us pray to the God Almighty for allowing us to gather at the Second International Conference on Health, Social Science and Technology. And I would like to extend my warm welcome to all of you. Hope that all of you will, in a good health and high spirit, to participate in this event. I also want to appreciate to Poltekkes Kementerian Kesehatan Palembang for conducting this international event by carrying out this activity. It is hoped that it will be able to increase the knowledge and also the skill of all the participants, so that integrated health services can be implemented in order to improve the quality of the health community. Ladies and gentlemen, now as we know that we are encountering of the emergency case of the catastrophic disease. This disease trigger highest mortality rate and also the greatest health financial burden. Indonesia would like to has a state 9 catastrophic disease, and the higher for the biggest of the disease, that is the cardiac disease, the stroke, cancer, and also the kidney failure. The Ministry of Health of the Republic Indonesia would like to carrying out the health system and develop its transformation in the 6 pillars. That is the primary health care. Second is about the referral health care, the health residence. The fourth is about the health finance. The fifth is about the human resources of the health. And the last is about the health technology. All of the 6 pillars is the important thing that we should make as a strategy to improve our health system. Health workforce have a crucial responsibility for the building community resiliency and acting as the catalyst for the health transformation. As we know that we have 3 big issues about the health workforce. It's about the quantity, the quality, and also the distribution. Integrated health services can be ensured by the availability of the adequate, equitable, and competent of the professional health workforce. in executing all the procedure in the health facility. That way, it is essential to educate and manage all the health workforce in Indonesia in order that we would like to ensure the quality and standard that we would like to meet, and uh, we need the professional health workforce. In addition, the health technology also play the important uh, in the building integrated healthcare services. The health system information can provide the health workforce with complete healthcare information. I think that is the important thing, yeah, to determine the best plan for comprehensive and continued care. Therefore, it will improve patient status and also minimize the healthcare about the healthcare risk. The Ministry of Health now has been working tirelessly to the develop integrated healthcare services. We have implemented the national policy, the strategy, and also the action plan to improve our access and also the quality of the health services in the around all the Indonesia. However, there is still much work to be done. We know we still have homework, yeah, many homework that we must make and design it and in the many strategy. And for that, a multi-sectoral approach is necessary by involving not only the health sector, but also another sector. Uh, the important sector for this is like education, finance, and also the urban planning. By working together, we can create the healthier, and we would like to be the Indonesian prosperous. I hope that all the participants can active with this uh, with this transformation, and we would like to increasing the public awareness, especially sharing knowledge, yeah, innovation, experience with all the stakeholders, because we need to the better collaboration than before. I think collaboration is the more important thing. And the one thing that's important too, that how we strengthening the management of the healthcare integration. I also expect that all the professionals can provide input and update according to their respective knowledge, and also to answer how to optimize the health services integrated for a better quality of life. Once again, I would like to give appreciate to the director of the Polytechnic Palembang with this conference, because I think if we are looking for the topic, I think this is the important topic, and hope that all of the participants can get the fruitful discussion and come up with the many strategy and innovation. Finally, by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I would like to declare the opening of the second International Conference of Health, Social Science, and also Technology. Let us continue to deliver for a better health globally. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Konferensi internasional kedua Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang pada hari ini. Terima kasih sekali Ibu. The report of Head Committee of the second ICoHSST 2023, the Honorable Mrs. Ira Kusumawati, SKP MKes MPH. Time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let's thank Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Salawat and salam may Allah give to the greatest Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. On behalf of the committee, I would like to welcome you all to the second International Conference on Health, Social Sciences and Technology, the second ICoHSST. The Honorable Head Director of the Directorate of Health Workers, the Ministry of Health Indonesia, official of the South Sumatra Provincial Government, Director of the Palembang Health Polytechnic, and the first, second, and third Deputy Director, the speakers and the participants of the second ICoHSST. As the chairperson of the second ICoHSST, I am pleased to provide this report as a reflection of the joint efforts and the dedication of the committee team, participants, speakers, and all parties involved. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know that the adoption of the Sustainable Development Goals placed additional emphasis in improving overall human development by 2030. To realize the goal of health for all and achieve universal access to quality health services, the WHO framework for integrated people-centered health services calls for a fundamental shift from health systems designed around diseases and health institutions towards health systems designed for people. And globally, there is a need to look beyond service coverage and financial protection and emphasize improvements in quality service delivery at the core of country action. Our distinguished audience, improvement in the quality of healthcare is a pivotal entry point for health system strengthening, and quality improvement approaches support the identification of various service delivery gaps, produce solutions to address identified gaps, and mitigate potential service delivery bottlenecks. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the complex phenomenon of health problems is the foundation of Palembang Health Polytechnic to organize the second International Conference on Health Sciences and Technology. Therefore, this international conference contributes to providing a vision in facing significant challenges in optimizing integrated health services through channeling innovation and recommendation to our government. And in conclusion, we need to conduct an international conference held under the theme Optimizing Integrated Health Services for a Better Quality of Life. Ladies and gentlemen, in general, the purpose of this conference is to provide framing and catalyze action on quality improvement in healthcare, in health on quality of care. And this conference will be held on 22 and 23 November 2023 at the Zurich Hotel Palembang. As the conference output, there are three outputs. Firstly, to create steps related to improvement, including partnership development, needs assessment, gap analysis, action planning, action and evaluation. Secondly, this conference will give guides to the respective partners through a systematic process. And lastly, this conference will assist capacity building by healthcare academic institutions and healthcare providers. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference marketing strategy has utilized social media and engaged stakeholders from various institutions, which has resulted in participation that exceeded our expectation. The participation registration reached 722 participants. That is, they exceeded from our expected. As the keynote speaker in our international conference, there are from Malaysia, Thailand, India, Philippines, and Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that this conference has provided benefits and inspiration to all participants. And thank you for your cooperation and support. And I would like to thank to each team member for their dedication. And thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih kami ucapkan kepada Dr. Ira Kusumawati selaku Ketua Pelaksana Kegiatan Konferensi Internasional Kedua Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang tahun 2023.
Excellency, distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite to deliver his remarks. Please welcome the Director of Health Polytechnic, Ministry of Health Palembang, the Honorable Mr. Muhammad Taswin, SSI Apati MMKes. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, good morning. Respected Director General of Health Workers, Representative Governor South Sumatra Province, Honorable keynote and invite speakers, distinguished and participants, ladies and gentlemen. It is a moment of great honor for me to extend a hearty welcome to all of you this morning on behalf of all of us at an international conference on health, social sciences, and technology held by Poltekkes Polytechnic Palembang. I would also like to express my gratitude, especially to organizing committee for having prepared the second international conference very well in a very short time. I know that the struggle to make sure this conference run well, and I really appreciate it. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang adalah perguruan tinggi vokasi di bidang kesehatan yang ada di bawah naungan Kementerian Kesehatan. Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang memiliki 7 jurusan, yaitu 7 jurusan keperawatan, jurusan gizi, jurusan kebidanan, jurusan farmasi, jurusan kesehatan gizi, jurusan teknologi laboratorium medis, dan jurusan kesehatan lingkungan. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, saya yakin bahwa hari ini akan menjadi hari yang spesial untuk kita semua. Melalui International Conference, kita dapat meningkatkan pandangan dan pengetahuan kita terhadap apa yang menjadi tema kita. Para keynote speaker dan invite speaker akan menjelaskan lebih lanjut tentang tema tersebut. Untuk para partisipan, baik oral dan poster presenter, kami harap yang terbaik dan semoga dapat menikmati acara pada pagi hari ini. Lastly, on behalf of Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang, we deliver our great to Director General of Health Workers, Ibu Dr. Arianti Anaya MKM, for having opened this international conference officially. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih kami ucapkan pada Direktur Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang atas sambutannya.
Hadirin yang kami hormati, acara selanjutnya sambutan Pejabat Gubernur Sumatera Selatan yang dalam hal ini disampaikan oleh Asisten 3 Bidang Administrasi dan Umum Setda Provinsi Sumatera Selatan kepada yang terhormat Bapak Kurniawan APMSI, kami persilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Mohon izin Bapak Ibu sekalian, saya bacakan dalam bahasa Indonesia. Yang kami hormati Direktur Jenderal Tenaga Kesehatan Kementerian Kesehatan, Ibu Dr. Gigi Arianti Anaya MKM. Yang kami hormati Direktur Poltekkes Kementerian Kesehatan Palembang, Bapak Muhammad Taswin SSI APT MMMkes. Para Wakil Direktur 1, 2, dan 3 Poltekkes Kementerian Kesehatan Palembang berserta seluruh jajaran, Ketua Panitia yang kami hormati, Kepala Dinas Kesehatan Provinsi Sumatera Selatan, tim mewakili yang kami hormati para peserta sekalian, para tenaga kesehatan yang kami hormati dan kami cintai. Bapak Ibu hadirin, yang pertama saya mohon izin menyampaikan salam hormat dari Bapak PJ Gubernur Sumatera Selatan, Bapak Agus Patoni. Beliau saat ini sedang ada kegiatan yang lain dan mengutus kami untuk hadir di sini bersama Bapak Ibu sekalian dan sekaligus menyampaikan permohonan maaf tidak bisa hadir. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, yang pertama puji syukur terus kita panjatkan kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala yang telah memberikan kesehatan jasmani dan rohani kepada kita semua sehingga kita dapat berkumpul di tempat yang berbahagia ini dengan tema Optimizing Integrated Health Service for a Better Quality on Life. Tentu Bapak Ibu sekalian, kami mengucapkan terima kasih khususnya Bapak Gubernur karena dalam acara yang penuh makna ini kita bersama-sama untuk menyatukan tekad meningkatkan kualitas hidup melalui peran optimalisasi pelayanan kesehatan terpadu. Kesehatan merupakan modal utama bagi kemajuan suatu masyarakat dan tentu ini merupakan perubahan positif yang signifikan dalam sistem pelayanan kesehatan kita. Bapak Ibu hadirin yang kami hormati, mengoptimalkan pelayanan kesehatan terpadu adalah perjalanan panjang yang membutuhkan keterlibatan semua pihak, mulai dari tenaga medis, pengambilan kebijakan, hingga masyarakat umum. Visi kita bersama adalah menciptakan sistem kesehatan yang tidak hanya efisien, namun juga terpadu, menjembatani segala disparitas dalam akses dan memberikan dampak positif terhadap kualitas hidup setiap warga. Selain itu kita akan mendorong terwujudnya sistem pelayanan kesehatan yang terintegritas. Ini berarti kolaborasi erat antara berbagai fase kesehatan, mulai dari pelayanan primer hingga spesialis. Bapak Ibu hadirin yang kami hormati, mari kita bersama-sama berkomitmen untuk menciptakan perubahan positif dalam kesehatan masyarakat kita. Dengan kerjasama yang erat, kita dapat mengoptimalkan pelayanan kesehatan terpadu untuk kualitas hidup yang lebih baik, membangun masyarakat yang sehat, kuat, dan bermakna. Terima kasih atas perhatian dan kerjasama Anda semua. Semoga langkah kita hari ini menjadi tonggak awal bagi masa depan kesehatan yang lebih cerah. Demikian beberapa hal yang dapat saya sampaikan dalam acara ini, dengan senantiasa memohon dan berharap ridho Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala agar setiap kegiatan yang kita lakukan senantiasa mendapat ridho dan petunjuknya. Sebagai penutup, saya mempunyai beberapa pantun untuk hadirin sekalian. Pak Gubernur titip pantun, Pak. Jalan-jalan ke Palembang,
Cakep.
tak lupa singgah ke Ampera.
Cakep.
Cakep.
Mari kita bersama berjuang untuk mewujudkan Sumatera Selatan sehat untuk semua. Sekian, terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Penjabat Gubernur Sumatera Selatan, Bapak Dr. Agus Patoni. Makasih Bapak.
Mohon izin sebelumnya Bapak untuk tetap di tempatnya. Kita foto bersama dulu. Terlebih dahulu kami undang Bapak Direktur, Bapak Ibu Wakil Direktur, serta tamu undangan kami. Kami persilakan untuk dapat naik ke atas panggung Bapak dan Ibu, serta Ketua Panitia untuk foto bersama terlebih dahulu. Lihat ke kamera Bapak dan Ibu. 1, 2, dan 3. Sekali lagi 1, 2, 3. Semangat ya. 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi 1, 2, 3. Mohon untuk tetap di sana Bapak dan Ibu. Kami undang dari Poltekkes Kemenkes Surakarta yang telah hadir. Perwakilan peserta kami persilakan dari Poltekkes Surakarta. Silakan Bapak dan Ibu untuk naik ke atas panggung. Kita foto bersama terlebih dahulu. Sebelumnya kami ucapkan terima kasih Bapak dan Ibu sudah jauh-jauh dari Surakarta datang ke Palembang, spesial untuk menghadiri konferensi internasional kedua Poltekkes Palembang. Silakan Bapak Ibu untuk bergabung di atas panggung. Silakan diisi sebelah sisi kiri dari panggung. Baik Bapak dan Ibu, kami mohon untuk dapat fokus ke kamera. Tahan dulu juru kamera kita. Baik, fokus ke kamera Bapak dan Ibu. 1, 2, dan 3. Sekali lagi 1, 2, 3. Semangat ya. 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi 1, 2, 3. Yang terakhir kayak bebas. 1, 2, 3. Itu sudah bebas itu Bapak Ibu.
Cheers.
Ya, 1, 2, 3. Gimana juru kamera sudah selesai? Baik, terima kasih
Terima
Bapak dan
kasih
Ibu.
Bapak Ibu.
Kami silakan untuk kembali ke tempatnya. Tapi sebelum kembali ke tempatnya, kami mohon untuk dapat berdiri satu barisan di bawah. Jangan ada duduk di tempat kursinya. Kami informasikan sekali lagi untuk Bapak Ibu untuk dapat berbaris, bikin satu barisan di depan para undangan yang lainnya. Dan kameramen silakan beralih ke atas panggung. Dan Bapak Ibu peserta kami mohon untuk berdiri. Kita foto bersama dengan latar belakang para peserta semuanya. Kami persilakan Bapak dan Ibu, kita berdiri sebentar. Kita foto bersama. Iya, mengarahnya ke panggung Bapak Ibu. Silakan dibuat satu barisan saja. Bapak Ibu peserta silakan untuk berdiri. Kameramen siap? Oke, kita hitung mundur. 3, 2, 1. Sekali lagi 1, 2, 3. Gaya bebas. 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi 1, 2, 3. Sama-sama bilang cheers Bapak Ibu. Cheers seperti ini ya.
Cheers.
Oke, 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Sekali lagi 1, 2, 3. Cheers.
Cheers.
Baik, terima
Oke,
kasih
terima
Bapak dan
kasih,
Ibu.
Bapak
Kami
Ibu.
persilakan untuk dapat kembali ke tempat duduknya masing-masing. Baik Bapak dan Ibu, acara kita lanjutkan kembali.
Performance of Dul Muluk from the students of Health Polytechnic Ministry of Health Palembang.
Mari kita sambut mahasiswa-mahasiswi Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang dalam persembahan Dul Muluk. Beri aplaus yang meriah.
Tabelanci, tabeklah Tuhan. Tabek kepada Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Perkenalkan, kami dari Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang akan menampilkan cerita Dul Muluk yang berjudul Berlayar ke Negeri Asing. Jika ada salah dan hilaf, mohon dimaafkan.
Laki-laki perempuan, kami bermain berkawan-kawan, salah dan hilaf mohon dimaafkan. Kesenian ini kesenian Melayu sudah dikenal sejak dahulu. Marilah kita bersatu padu, budaya kita tetaplah maju. Sayang beremas, beremaslah pula, sawo maafanlah pula, maaf seorang sanak saudara. Kalaulah basah, kainlah kami, jangan disimpan di dalam peti. Kalaulah salah, permainan disimpan di dalam hati. Jangan disimpan di dalam hati. Jangan disimpan di dalam hati.
Jangan disimpan di dalam hati.
Oi penonton, lah kenal dengan aku belum? Aman belum? Aku nak kenalan dulu.
Ayo, aja.
Ado paku, ado trompet.
Cakep.
Kenali, nama aku Wapet.
Ah, yaman lo atu pet. Aku nak kenal ke nama kudai. Jadi dik de.
Boleh.
Penonton, jadi dik de. Penonton.
Oi.
Ada paku, ada spidol.
Cakep.
Kenal ke namaku Wakdol.
Dol.
Ngapa ya pet?
Aku ada pantun untuk kau.
Dia coba kata ke kudai.
Dengar ke ya?
Payo.
Jalan-jalan ke Tanggo Buntung.
Cakep.
Bawa paku dengan ring.
Untuk topeh.
Ay, dengar ke dulu. Nasib aku dak beruntung nian Dul.
Ngapo?
Punya kawan urus kering.
Ay, kau lo itu ngan aku. Ku bales pantun kau.
Boleh, boleh.
Jalan-jalan ke Komring.
Cakep.
Jangan lupa beli gula.
Kejauhan.
Dengar kudai, pet. Ay, walaupun aku kurus kering, banyak betino tegilo-gilo. Iri kau kan? Sudah, baguslah.
Jadi cak mana Dul? Berdua ya apa kita?
Tidak, kita nih ada pangeran kita, tapi tidak tahu kemana dia nih. Nah, pangeran. Wih.
Rincak-rincak itik dikali.
Cakep, bepantun pulo.
Itik berenang sampai perigi.
Cakep.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Zainal Abidin Shah Jauhari, putra Raja Bramansa dari Kebaya Negeri.
Pangeran kita?
Iyo, pangeran kita nih.
Hadamku, dari mana saja kalian? Saya sudah tercuguk lama di dalam kapal ini.
Dak dari mana-mana Tuan. Kami berdua di sinilah dari tadi.
Iyo Tuan, kamu baik baru masuk.
Sekarang ada di mana ini?
Lah, kita sekarang nih lagi di panggung Tuan.
Panggung apa ini?
Lah, kamu berdua nih dekat yang tahu panggung video ini. Lah, Payo kasih tahu dulu. Kita sekarang nih lagi di panggung acara Konferensi Internasional ICoHSST kedua Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang tahun 2023.
Berarti di sini banyak yang pandai berbahasa Inggris.
Banyak nian Tuan.
Kalian bisa tidak?
Pacak Tuan, bisa-bisa, aman bisa, nyetok dia.
Coba saya tes.
Payo, cukalah.
Raja di atas raja.
Betumpuk itu namanya Tuan.
Bukan, itu bahasa kita, bukan bahasa Inggris. Raja di atas raja.
King of king.
Betul.
Iya emang.
Dilarang merokok.
No smoking. Dilarang merokok. Di sini
ada bensin.
Kaos kaki panjang.
Stocking.
Buah baju.
Kancing.
Hewan yang merayap.
Kepiting.
Masuk WC.
Kencing.
Betina besak perut.
Bunting. kelekudai tuan. Ada pula bahasa Inggris yang pakai
Der tuan.
nah, ada yang pakai der.
Baiklah, saya tes.
Payo, tes lah.
Mama,
Mother.
papa,
Father,
mama, papa, keliling.
muter-muter.
Ikan gabus digepuk.
Kleter.
Kue yang bening.
Agar.
Bolu cetakan kecil.
Bluder.
Kedinginan.
Geleger.
Ay, sudah, kalian ini belum pandai berbahasa Inggris. Yuk kita telusuri dan kelilingi pulau ini.
Payo.
Tuan.
Pulau. Situ.
Kapal di belakang.
Putri, alang kecantiknya taman bunga ini, jingok nah wes.
Bagus nih aneh, emang pilihan Mak Dayang nih bagus
Iyalah.
nih.
Setuju nih aku. Rekomen aku kan?
Iya setuju sih Mak Dayang. Aku juga baru tahu kalau misalnya kita tuh punya taman sebesar ini.
Iyalah, siapa yang mele ke?
Mak
Dayang.
Dayang. Emang the
Iyalah.
best Mak Dayang tuh.
Iyalah.
Jadi pas nyingok taman-taman ini rasanya ya Allah seger nih pikiran tuh hilang kalau pikiran yang berat-berat tadi.
Iya nih sih. Memang kayak bagusnya sih memang sebenarnya. Mak Dayang.
Apa
Putri? Kak. Aku juga ada bunga.
Bunga mana?
Bunga apa? Ida.
Itu nama Dayang.
Mana?
Itu nak Kak. Dia ada kakak tuh.
Oh iya, Ara, bukan bunga.
Apa dia Mak
jadi?
Dayang?
Itu tuh Bapak Muhammad Taswin SSI APT MMMKes.
Mak Dayang kok pacak tahu? Siapa tuh Mak
Kasih tahu
Dayang?
dulu. Coba jelaskan dulu Mak Dayang.
Ay, kamu nih banyak tanya nian. Nak dikasih tahu dak siapa?
Kasih
Siapa Mak
tahu
Dayang?
lah.
Kasih tahu Mak Dayang.
Kurang update galau, kamu ndak tahu.
Nggak tahu
Nggak
Mak
tahu, Mak
Dayang.
Dayang.
Kasih tahu dulu.
Jadi beliau tuh Direktur Utama Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang.
Bolehlah Mak Dayang nih
Iyalah.
update nian. Ngomong-ngomong, Mak Dayang tuh tahu dari mana?
Ais, kamu nih bertanya terus malu aku ay dah.
Mak Dayang nih kok.
Kasih tahu lah Mak Dayang.
Ini beritanya hot, the best. Cuman aku yang tahu.
Kak, demi apa Kak?
Iya,
Aku nak ngasih tahu, tapi cuman putri-putri be yang tahu.
Kasih tahu lah.
Penonton nih tidak boleh tahu.
Ngapa Cak itu?
Ngapa cak itu?
Karena rahasia ini nih.
Oh, rahasia.
Oh, rahasia. Coba kau ngomong.
Kasih tahu dulu.
Mak
Kasih
Dayang.
tahu ke kami.
Iya.
Jadi,
Iya.
aku kenal tuh.
Iya.
Iya.
Entah, mantan aku.
Mantan.
Iya.
Mantan apa Mak Dayang?
Ay, dah malu aku lah. Kamu ngomong mantan-mantan tuh, ay dah.
Tanyain dulu.
Mantan apa Mak Dayang? Jelaskan dulu.
Ay dah, nak kasih tahu dak?
Kasih
Tahu
tahu.
Mak Dayang.
Naik gaji aku
Tenang.
Aman, tenang deh
Ay.
biaya gaji itu biasa.
Iya
Iya.
Jadi,
Jadi
mantan
mantan
majikan aku lah.
mantan majikan.
Yolah.
Ada duitnya apa Mak Dayang?
Pasti.
Laga pula.
Laga.
Ya sudah, kalau cak itu aku nak ngasih tahu pula. Kalau aku tuh punya juga mantan di sini.
Ay, siapa?
Kak
Kasih tahu dah ya.
Kok Kak?
Adol.
Siapa?
Nggak dikasih tahu dah.
Kasih tahu lah, Kak.
Nian apa?
Nia.
Nggak ngalai.
Ay, kakak nih.
Jadi sebenarnya mantan aku tuh di sini
Yang mana?
Bapak Kurniawan APMSI. Beri tepuk tangan dulu.
Kak, ganteng.
Iya.
Ya Allah, ganteng.
Bayo.
Sudahlah, karena kita tuh lagi senang, ada Bapak Kurniawan, ada Bapak Taswin juga. Cak mana kalau kita nyanyi?
Sambil nari.
Iya nih,
setuju nih
aku.
aku.
Biasanya Mak Dayang ini excited nih, pasti
Iya.
ada.
Iya, udah salah-salah pilih Mak Dayang.
Iya. Kemarin aku ke pasar malam di Tanggo Bontong. Aduh, rilis lagu baru.
Lagu apa Mak
Lagu
Dayang?
apa?
Ya Salam Salim. Nak dengar dak?
Dengar.
Dengar.
Nah,
Ajari Mak
ajari
Dayang.
juga
Iya,
kami
iya,
joget.
lagi aku ajar ke.
Iya, cepatlah Mak Dayang,
Payo.
ajari Mak Dayang.
Musik.
Mak Dayang.
Yes.
salim. Darilah mana datangnya lintah amboi sayang. Darilah sawah turun ke kali. Ya salam salim. Darilah mana datangnya cinta amboi sayang. Darilah mata turun ke hati. Ya salam salim. Tinggilah tinggi amboi sayang. Tidakkan datang kemari. Ya salam salim. Kalaulah tidak karena Dinda amboi sayang, tidakkan kanda datang kemari. Ya salam salim. Ya salam salim.
Halo putri yang cantik.
Hai putri, boleh kenalan enggak?
Ngapu nyingok aku ini nah putri bukan aku. Mentang-mentang aku cantik. Wis dah.
Lanjak kau salah.
Sebenarnya kalian ini dari mana ya?
Tidak dari mana-mana putri. Kami bertiga di sinilah dari tadi.
Iya putri.
Woi kamu berdua nih putri kami nih nanya benar. Kamu jawab mak itu. Dah kita balik bae lemak lah.
Iya 1, 2, 3 nih caknya penyusup takut.
Tunggu dulu putri.
Tunggu dulu Tuan Putri. Maafkan atas kelancangan hadam-hadamku. Bolehkah saya berbicara?
Boleh, tapi sebentar be.
Baiklah. Dari mana hendak kemana? Dari kota ke bandar Cina.
Cakep.
Bolehkah saya bertanya, Adinda ini siapa namanya?
Jawab putri dikasih pantun nah ya Ara.
Iya baca.
Dari mana hendak kemana?
Cakep.
Dari bandar Cina hendak ibadah.
Cakep.
Kalau Kanda ingin tahu siapa nama Adinda, nama Adinda Siti Zubaidah.
Wow, nama yang bagus, secantik orangnya.
Bes, dipuji putri kiu, najulah.
Kak, ayo balik takut.
Udah nak balik.
Tunggu dulu Tuan Putri, aku belum ingin berpisah
Mak Dayang sinilah.
Ngapa kak?
Hai adek.
Halo kak.
Adek tahu dak planet apa yang paling indah di dunia ini?
Apa kak? Tidak tahu adek.
Lah, ada update nian berarti Mak Dayang nih.
Aku nih cuman tahu yang tadi lah. Ini nih emang kurang aku.
Oh, payo. Planet bumi.
Ngapa pacak bumi itu?
Lah, tidak tahu.
Tidak tahu kak.
Karena di bumi itu ada adek sama kakak sama cinta kita.
Ya Allah, medok nian aku. Nak dibales dak kak?
Payo.
Ikan hiu makan tomat.
Cakep.
Kakakku, I love you so much.
I love you too. Payo kita ke kau ah.
Ayo.
Wahai Perdana Menteriku,
Duli Paduka,
saya sudah lama menjadi raja di negeri ini dan saya rasakan aman, makmur, dan sentosa.
benar sekali Paduka, saya pun merasa begitu, rakyat yang makmur di dalam negeri. Iya Paduka Tuanku, hamba pun merasakan demikian, negara kita aman dan makmur.
Kalau begitu, terima kasih Perdana Menteriku. Adindaku Permaisuri,
Iya Kanda.
Kanda telah lama tak melihat putraku Abi Diansyah. Kalau demikian berperi, coba kau panggilkan dia untuk datang kemari.
Baik Kanda. Pengawal, bisakah kau panggilkan putraku menghadap kemari?
Baik, Paduka Permaisuri.
Lihatlah putra kita, Baginda.
Iya, Permaisuri.
Ampun Ayanda, yang bijak bestari, sebenar Ananda berperi. Apalah kabar ayah Anda memanggil Ananda kemari? Coba jelaskan nyata dan pasti, supaya Ananda ketahui.
Putraku Zainal Abidin Shah Jauhari, dengan sebenarnya ayahanda berperi. Ayahanda telah mengetahui tentang keberangkatanmu ke negeri asing. Dan ayahanda menyetujui, namun satu pesan ayahanda untukmu anakku. Kalau kau jadi seorang pemimpin, hadis dan dalil hendaklah yakin, binalah olehmu rakyat yang miskin, supaya negerimu jadi terjamin.
Benar sekali anakku, ibu juga menyetujuinya. Di dalam Al-Quran, Allah SWT berfirman, hadis dan dalil jadi pedoman. Janganlah kau membuat kezoliman, agar negerimu makmur dan aman.
Putraku, jika kau nanti duduk di atas tahta ini, janganlah engkau berkata dusta. Bangunlah desa dan kota, supaya dinikmati oleh rakyat semesta.
Anakku, jika dusun si Tanjung Balai, jangan lupa si Tanjung Tegas. Jika kau menjalankan tugas, hati-hatilah jangan lalai.
Baiklah ayah Anda dan ibunda, pesan Anda kan Ananda ingat selalu. Jikalau berjalan Ananda jadikan tongkat, jikalau tidur Ananda jadikan bantal.
Kalau begitu, buat seluruh para petinggi istana untuk berkumpul dan mari kita antarkan putraku menuju ke negeri asing.
Siap, Paduka. Demikianlah persembahan dul muluk dari kami. Jika ada salah dan hilaf, mohon dimaafkan. Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang, dare to be the champion. Terima kasih.
Itulah tadi penampilan Dul Muluk dari mahasiswa-mahasiswi Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang. Dul Muluk ini adalah salah satu kesenian tradisional Palembang, Sumatera Selatan yang saat ini bisa dikatakan hampir tidak terlihat di masa sekarang. Maka ini yang diangkat oleh mahasiswa-mahasiswi Poltekkes Kemenkes Palembang. Excellency, distinguished guest participants, and ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to the end of the opening ceremony of the second International Conference on Health, Social Sciences and Technology ICoHSST 2023.
On behalf of the host and the committee, we would like to express our highest appreciation for your support and participation.
Bapak Ibu hadirin yang kami hormati, tibalah kita di penghujung acara pembukaan pada konferensi internasional kedua pada hari ini. Kami atas nama pembawa acara, saya Herkisanto dan rekan saya
Siti Nur Azizatu Zuhra.
Mohon maaf apabila ada salah kata dan perbuatan. Kami akhiri wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope this event become a memorable one to all of you. It's continuing to the next agenda. We would like to invite our moderator. Please welcome Mr. Muhammad Isan Tarmizi, MPD.
Cek. Cek. Okay, before we start, let me check the first speaker, Prof. Rogado. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Just wait a minute, Professor. Just wait a minute before we start.
Okay, so first and foremost, I would like to extend my appreciation to the organizing committee and its leadership, particularly from the Budi Luhur International Network for Education, and in particular Dr. Ando Fikri Hakim, and our Director of International Academic Linkages of the Arellano University, Dr. Flores Philip. Without them, I would not be here in this prestigious and successful international congress. So, I would like to also say that your team, optimizing integrated health services and improvement for improvement of the quality of life, particularly the building of collaboration and partnership and network, including enhancing capacity building, is really very important for integrated health services. Now, I would just like to inform the body that my involvement in this particular international conference on integrated health services is being a consultant under the Department of Health in the Philippines in its basic emergency obstetric and newborn care, which is a course, 11 days course given for nurses and midwives. And this particular course allows them or gives them the authority and certification to administer emergency and life-saving medications. Now, for today, I will be sharing my screen because what I did to keep to time is to record my presentation. So please bear with me as I ask to share my screen. Can I please share my screen?
Okay, just a minute. Just a minute, Prof. Rogado. Let me start.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I start?
Yes. Hold on.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, you may, but let me open the discussion.
The first slide is the title, Policy and Strategy in Integrated Health Services in Midwifery. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much. So I will start playing the recording, and you please acknowledge if you can hear clearly the recording. Thank you.
Wait, we cannot see your screen.
Can you hear my recording? And can you see my
yes.
screen? Hello?
Wait a minute. Yes. Okay, before we start, Bapak Ibu, ladies and gentlemen, our final session of the conference is about to begin. Thank you very much for preparing yourself to join the session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone, respectable the Director of Poltekkes Palembang, the Honorable all lecturers, presenters and participants of this conference. Bapak Ibu, my name is Ihsan Tarmizi, the moderator of today's panel session, Session 1. I'm very pleased to see you here and welcome all of you to this conference. Today's panel session is about optimizing integrated health services for a better quality of life. Bapak Ibu, ladies and gentlemen, our first speaker this morning is Mrs. Maria Isabelita Bel C. Rugado. She has received his bachelor degree in nursing at Anjuan de Dios College of Nursing. She earned her Masters of Arts in Nursing at De La Concordia Graduate School and took Management Development Program from ASEAN Institute of Management. Currently, she is pursuing a doctorate degree in Nursing Science at St. Paul's University of the Philippines. Leading the passion in the field of critical care nursing, Prof. Rogado is the president of the Critical Care Nurses Association of the Philippines Incorporated, CCNAPI. Prof. Rogado also is one of the co-founders of the World Federation of Critical Care Nurses and become the vice president from 2021 up to present. Prof. Rogado is the vice president of the Philippine Neurocritical Care Society, and currently, Prof. Rogado is a professor at the Arellano Graduate School of Nursing, handling the medical surgical postgraduate curriculum. Before the presentation begins, let me tell you the rule of this session. The speaker is given 45 minutes to deliver her speech. 5 minutes before the time is over, I would like to notify you the remaining time, and then we go on the presentation with the second speaker. Please don't go before you finish your session. And to close this presentation, we will open question and answer session. Now allow me to welcome the speaker, Mrs. Maria Isabelita C. Rogado, to deliver her presentation. Prof. Rogado, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for that particular information on the 45 minutes. But my presentation will just take about 35 minutes. And of course, I won't repeat my initial salutation of acknowledgement to all of you there for a successful international conference. So let me just share to you my presentation. Can you see my screen?
Yes, clear.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Discussion this morning is on the Philippine perspective of policy and strategy in integrated health services in midwifery. So let me start by putting or saying my disclosure. First and foremost, I have nothing to disclose and I have no conflict of interest. The content of my presentation will come in two parts. The first part will present to you the overview of the integrated health services in the Philippines in terms of the devolution of the management and delivery health services, the policies and strategies involved in the evolution of devolution, the strategy for Formula 1 Plus for health, the Philippine Development Plan for 2017 to 2022, summary of selected health outcomes and challenges and implications, and what were the lessons learned. The second part will deal with talking about or discussing about the midwives as they hurdle in the forefront of the delivery system of health services in the Philippines. So let me just briefly present to you the setup, the government setup in the Philippines. We have here the general supervision coming from the executive, legislative, and judicial body. Now, these three branches cannot function without the other, and they are responsible for the general supervision of all the laws and the policies of the land. Likewise, we have here, after this particular level of government, we have the local government unit. And this particular local government is divided into three levels. We have the provinces and independent cities. We have the component cities and the municipalities. And of course, we have the barangays. All of these particular areas are collectively known as the local government units. Now, the LG or local government has a direct supervision in all of these particular three levels. And looking at the barangay level, this is a small territorial administrative district, which is the most local or the lowest level of government in the Philippines. Looking at this in 1991, the Philippines embarked on its decentralization journey with the enactment of the Local Government Code of 1991. And this particular code is known as the Republic Act 7160, giving the local government the greater autonomy in internal revenue allotment and taxing power for the improvement of the local public service delivery, particularly when it comes to health and social welfare. Now, if you look at this particular devolution, the basic services and facilities that were devolved were the agriculture, community-based forestry project, field health and hospital services and other tertiary health services, public works, and infrastructure projects, school building programs, and the social welfare services. Now, in 1992, the evolution of the government's management and delivery of healthcare services from the National Department of Health to the locally elected provincial, city, and municipal governments was enacted. And the goal of this particular devolution are the following. To increase the resource base for primary care by shifting as many resources as possible for the central to the peripheral location, to expand the decision-making space of the middle and lower-level managers so that it can increase the responsiveness of the sub-national authorities to the local health needs and the situation. It also aims to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of the health services, particularly through prompt and appropriate middle-level management decision-making. So looking at this particular table, you would see the devolved health services in each of the areas of the local government. Let's look at the barangay, whose main responsibility is to maintain the barangay health center. Then we have the municipality, which implements the programs and projects of primary health care, maternal and child care, and communicable and non-communicable disease control services, including providing access to secondary and tertiary health services. They also are the one responsible for the purchase of medicine, medical supplies, and the equipment needed to carry out the said services. On the other hand, the level of the province is the one that provides both hospital and other tertiary health services. And the cities will provide all the services and facilities of the municipality and the provinces. In 1992 to 1997, the system effects included the breakdown in the management system between the levels of government because there was a decline in utilization, particularly in the hospital sector, leading to poor staff morale and a decline in the maintenance of infrastructure and underfinancing of operational costs of services. Now, this particular issue of underfinancing of public health services, of course, caused their slow deterioration, which is manifested by all the things that I have mentioned earlier. However, the caveat here is that of all these findings, the health facilities were already dilapidated when the LGUs took over because of the pre-devolution investment was meant for local health facility were never realized. The health devolution brought to the fore the years of neglect that the provincial, district, and even the municipal facilities have suffered long before it was enacted. So, re-emphasizing the impact of this particular devolution has a deteriorating impact on the human resource, health administration, poor financing and utilization of health services, including the underutilized of health referral system. So I would like to show to you the underutilization of health services, which can be seen in this particular data. In 1993, you would see that there was still a high percent of occupancy rate of the district hospital. However, sometime in 1996 and between 1997, you would see here a great downslope of occupancy rate with a slight increase in 1997 to 1996. Likewise, it should be noted that the expenditures which is presented in this table represent expenditures of the municipal government and not include expenditure. Likewise, it should be noted that the expenditures of the data presented in this table just represents expenditures of the provincial government and does not include the expenditures by municipal government. These figures above, therefore, are only indicating the expenditures on provincial level managed health services and hospital services under the provincial government and not under the rural health services. However, a similar picture is very evident at municipal level, although the budget allocated by the municipal government for health are significantly less and the ratio between personal and operating expenses is seen to be greater. So the response to the effect of this particular decline in health services took a reform in 1998. And the reform focused on the reintegration of system through renationalization. They also looked into steps of reintegration of the system through the devolution of the work. So, the Executive Order 205 in January 2000 mandated the establishment of the Integrated Inter-Local Government Unit Health Planning. And by mid-2000, the Department of Health launched the Health Sector Reform Agenda to guide the DOH in its support of local government units in their efforts to make the devolution work. And under this particular framework, what they aim to achieve is for the health services delivery reforms for the local system and the government hospitals and public health programs. They also made emphasis for health regulatory reforms that will fill gaps of post-devolution and the advent of the inner local health zones. Also, they made focus on health financing reforms for the National Health Insurance Program and the creation of the mechanism for complementation with community health insurance scheme. So let me just present to you briefly the evolution of the devolution. So the devolution started with RA 916, or otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991. This led also to the revision in terms of Republic Act 7875, known as the National Health Insurance Act of 1995, that provides all citizens with the mechanism to gain the financial access to health services. By 1999, there was the Health Sector Reform Agenda, which became the policy framework for crucial reforms in the health sector. And also together with this, it made strategic direction towards the framework of what we call the Formula One for Health. And this addresses the health system in 2005 to 2010 under the Department of Health Administrative Order number 209-0008 of March 12, 2009. So there are, the Formula One has 4 strategic pillars. And these particular strategic pillars included what we call the service delivery, healthcare financing, health governance, and health regulation, which aims to attain the national objectives for health and the Millennium Development Goals for health. And looking at this particular goals, they included better health outcome as a goal, more responsive health system, and equitable health care financing. Likewise, if you would see this pyramidal strategic plan, or what we call the pathway, it now encapsulated the vision, the mission, the core values, and strategic goals, which should be attained by the 4 pillars of Formula One. However, there was something, or there is an addition to the 4 pillars, and that is the 5th pillar known as performance accountability. With the enactment of the 4 major pillars, this led to the enhanced service capacity and performance of government health facilities at the national and local level. Now also, this particular Formula One led and resulted in the improvement of health outcomes among Filipinos and made the Department of Health one of the most trusted government agencies by 2009. Likewise, with the additional of the 5th major pillar, you would see here that the universal health care, or in Tagalog, kalusugang pangkalahatan, gave way to the expanded or expansion of the National Health Insurance Program that intensified investment in health infrastructure. So summing up this Formula One Plus for Health initiated by the DOH, including the Philippine Health Agenda 2016 to 2022, this became the battle cry of the government for health reform system. And they call it All for Health Towards Health for All. So the focus of the Philippine Development Plan is enhancing the social fabric, inequality reducing transformation, and increasing potential growth, or growth potential. Now, the attainment of the health-related objectives were in the following priority areas, like accelerating human capital development, reducing vulnerability of individuals and families, building safe and secure communities, reaching the demographic dividend, and ensuring ecological integrity and clean and healthy environment. So looking at this particular framework, you would see that the Philippine Developmental Plan aims to establish the Philippines as a strong-rooted country or nation. And doing this, they wanted family should be together, there should be times with friends, having a work-life balance, and going into volunteerism. Now, the second part is to attain the goal of the Filipinos being comfortable or maginhawa, which would mean that they are free from hunger and poverty, they have secure home ownership, good transport facilities, travel and vacation. And lastly, they wish to achieve that the Filipinos are secure or panatag through enough resources for day-to-day needs and unexpected expenses and savings. There should be peace and security and long and healthy life even comfortable retirement. So the F1 Plus for Health supports the achievement of the long-term vision of the country, which will see Filipinos as having strongly rooted, prosperous, and secured lives. This will also lead to the enhancement of attaining the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly focusing on the following goals. The goal for health and well-being, no poverty, zero hunger, clean water and sanitation, clean energy, sustainable cities and communities, climate action, peace, justice, and strong institution, and the partnership for goals. So, this particular slide projects to us the summary of selected health outcomes in terms of increasing average life expectancy, the slow decline in maternal mortality ratio, a slow decline in infant mortality rate, a decline in under 5 mortality rates, and the high prevalence of stunting among children under 5 years of age. So likewise, you will see here in this particular slide the health outcome ranking of the various Southeast Asian countries. And as you can see in terms of average life expectancy, the Philippines comes after Indonesia. Then in terms of maternal mortality ratio, the Philippines comes ahead of Indonesia. Then in infant mortality rate, you would see again Philippines followed by Indonesia. However, in terms of tuberculosis incidence rate, Philippines has the worst performance, and it was good. Indonesia ranks 9th of the 11 Southeast Asian countries. Now, F1 Plus for health goals is measured by a set of sentinel impact indicators that will show the overall effectiveness of this particular program for health strategies. Among this will be to achieve better health outcome, a responsive health system, and equitable health financing. So there are challenges and implications to the devolution in the Philippines. This can be qualified according to the mixed health outcomes like availability, accessibility, and affordability of the quality of healthcare services that impeded the healthcare utilization. And this particular outcome is factored in by the fact of the Philippines having archipelagic nature, which is 7,100 plus islands, like Indonesia, which has more, the uneven distribution of its population, the varying levels of economic growth in the region, the human resource for health maldistribution, the lack of over 2,500 rural health units or health centers and more than 500 barangay health stations to serve the population in 2016, which is about 100 million Filipinos. The second challenge and implication is related to the disjointed health system because there was overlapping and sometimes conflicting mandates of the Department of Health and the local government units, particularly on health, like the disintegration of the originally integrated referral system that should link the public health services and hospital services. There was also fragmentation in the service delivery as each of the health unit inefficiency assigned to a different local government rather than keeping the integrated provincial health system in place. And lastly, the effect of the flow of health funds was also made more complicated and inequitable. There was also challenges on high out-of-pocket expenditures because more than half of the expenditures remain to be funded by out-of-pocket payments despite the increased resources for health. The PhilHealth coverage design of pro-poor schemes, there has been no balanced billing policy, there is there should be a social health insurance provided for all Filipinos. Now, these schemes were inadequate due to the low member awareness, inadequate scope and amount of PhilHealth benefit packages, the unreadiness of the health facilities to provide subsidized quality care, and the limited regulatory power of the government over the prices of drug and the user fees of health services. So there is a big key point that we should be able to learn through the devolution process of the Philippines. First and foremost, we understand that decentralization is a core element of the implementation of primary health care, which is a strategy adopted by the Department of Health to ensure the essential health care is made universally accessible to the individuals and families in the community through their full participation and at a cost that the community and country can afford. And definitely, this stem out from the policies and dictum of the Alma Ata Declaration in 1978. Now, there are considerations and lessons learned from the devolution. First is that there should be an enhancement of the fiscal capacity of the local government unit, an enhancement of managerial capability of local chief executive to be able to come up with appropriate decision-making and managerial skills. There should also be the building of capability for local officials and health personnel even before the devolution should take place. Adequate and appropriate financing should be in place for health and the provision of health personnel, even organization, and of structural changes. Now, indicators must be set to measure the impact of the health goals of your devolution. You should promote development of the national and local health system reform to ensure its effective and efficient performance. And likewise, there should be appropriate and sufficient health regulatory reforms that will strengthen the capacities of health regulatory agencies for safe, quality, accessible, and affordable health services and products. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have shared with you some of the policies and strategies. But if you are wanting to know more about the Philippine Developmental Plan of 2023 to 2028, which is updated, you can just screenshot this particular QR code or download it through this particular link. So I'll give you 3 seconds to get your camera and click on this QR code. Okay, so let's proceed. The second part will be looking into the midwives as barangay workers. Now, it is established that the midwives are recognized as the first professional point of contact for most of the members of the community, specifically in the rural and remote places. So as you can see, the barangay health unit is the most localized unit in the level of the Philippine government system. And in this particular barangay, the midwives are deployed to manage the health stations. And this is stipulated in the Republic Act 73-92-3, which is the scope of the practice of midwifery in relation to the provisions of primary health care services in community. And you would see here the elaboration of this particular statement that provided for the provisions of primary health care services by the midwives. So, if you look at the roles of the midwives, you would see that these particular roles are regulated by the Board of Midwifery of the Professional Regulation Commission in their primer for the profession that stated the midwives are expected to, among others, implement The government health programs in accordance with policies and guidelines of the Department of Health, supervise barangay health workers, and manage barangay health station. And if you would see here in this particular slide, the distribution of health workforce across the public and the private health sectors in the Philippines. And this is sourced in 2018. As you can see, based on the different health personnel, midwives garners the most number in private sector. They compose 90% in the private sectors, while followed by nurses with about 61% and pharmacists, followed by doctors. So as you can see, in most of the remote areas of the Philippines, the midwives are considered the little doctors. They attend to the needs of the community in the remotest of the remote areas in the Philippines. The mandate that supports the profession of midwifery is the Philippine Midwifery Act of 1992, otherwise known as Republic Act 7392. And this is the resolution number 07, series of 2017, which implements the rules and regulation or an act revising Republic Act 2644, otherwise known as the Philippine Midwifery Act. So here you would see another mandate that supports the profession of midwifery. And this is mandating the appointment of one midwife for each barangay and for other purposes. And this is also supported by the Department of Health Administrative Order number 2015-0020 of May 11, 2015. Guidelines in the administration of life-saving drugs during maternal care emergencies by nurses and midwives in the birthing centers. So in section 22, the inhibition against practice of midwifery, they should not perform unless they have a registration. And this is a valid certificate of registration as midwife issued by the Board of Examiners for midwives. So this particular provision, section 11, 18, and 19, talks about examination and registration, what is required, how are certificates issued, and the registration of nurse midwives. So to get more information about the midwifery law, again, I'm giving you 3 seconds to click on this QR code or get this particular link so it will direct you to the Philippine midwifery law. So again, this one is introduced by Senator Pia Cayetano. It talks about a midwife for each barangay, the ratio, the role, and the appointment, and also what is required before you can practice in the barangay level and attend to deliveries is that you have attended the basic emergency obstetric care that will ensure you are equipped with the knowledge, skills, and behavior for emergencies in obstetric care. And here you would see there is a department order number 2515 that addresses maternal care emergencies by nurses and midwives in birthing centers. So these are some of the objectives of during maternal care emergencies, which mandate that nurses and midwives can provide and administer life-saving drugs, but not limited to oxytocin, anticonvulsants, corticosteroid, antibiotics in emergency situation where there are no available doctor and health facility. but rather I will go briefly and discuss to you how are the midwives educated in the Philippines. We have the CHED, or Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Order number 03, series of 2013, which defines the policy standards and guidelines for the Bachelor of Science in Midwifery program. And there are 3 levels of degree: Certificate of Midwifery, Diploma, and the Bachelor of Science in Midwifery. The curriculum is a total, the Bachelors of Science curriculum, has a total of 180 units for general education, mandated, elective, core, and professional courses, of which 53 units are intended for clinical practicum. So as you can see, these are the units which is divided into the following components and a total of clinical hours. So moving on, you would see here that this particular total of about how many, 42 encompasses the following subject matter. And if you would get to look at the next slide, this encompasses the 88 units, which also included all this particular subject matter. Then it is recommended also that 9 units should be taken for your elective, like entrepreneurial mind, Philippine popular culture, and human reproduction. And there are majors like education program management, community healthcare management, and healthcare facility management. So looking at this particular slide, you will see here the requirement for the clinical practicum. And this particular practicum entails 1 unit laboratory, which is equivalent to 51 hours in various areas like skills, community and rural health, birthing clinic, and hospital settings. So caseload again is mandated for them to qualify for registration. So you would see here, as discussed earlier, that they have to undergo this, including 5 cases of insertion of intravenous fluid. So to learn more and the details about this particular guidelines of the CHED, CMO, you can again click on this particular QR scan and the link so that you can get access. So I'm giving you again 3 seconds.